according to that which I have with Jesus and the visions that I saw early this morning, the issue of who will rule this country has been decided in heaven. You are still waiting to go to the We seek kingdom men that have stature, that God will give the grace to enter into the corridors where the issues that pertain to the destiny of nations are decided. Men like Micaiah that saw what took place in the throne room. Those ones are superior to prophets that prophesy on the streets. A time will come when people that just have the gift of prophecy will not have access to the secret, because the thing is not yet available in the spirit realm for them to pick. Then we'll know the people that have access to the throne room. Senators that are invited into the congregation of witness to see the things that God is doing and to know the things that God is administering from the heavens above. You will need a man that has a way to the throne room to bring perspective. But those are issues of stature. Have you found favor with God? Oh, you want a car, you want a Mercedes Benz. Me, I want favor with God. Concerning John the Baptist, it was said that he shall be great in the sight of God. His stature was allocated to him even before he was born. He has a destiny to be great in the sight of God. That is his ordination from heaven. And because of his destiny, his tongue must not touch wine. He must never be acquainted with strong drink, because he will be a Nazarite from his mother's womb. He had a message for the tax collectors. He had a message for the priest. He had a message for the king. In every aspect of society, he had a witness for them from the rivers of Jordan. When God finds a man that he bequeaths to him stature, he can bypass heavy religious structures in nations. He can bypass heavy structures in government, and the counsel of God can travel to the wilderness, because God wanted to set up a different priesthood, a priesthood that will point the nations to the Lamb of God that takes away the sins of the world. The current political structure, the current religious structure lacked the stature to point the world to the Son of God. And the word of the Lord, it evaded the high political palaces. It evaded the temple, and it went into the wilderness. In this day, God is about to perform another marvel. Yes, you will find his voice again in the manger. You will find his voice in a very small prayer group where the hearts of the people are aligned with heaven. And the word of the Lord will come to nameless people, will come to faceless people, people in whose families a prophet never rose, when nobody ever said, "Thus saith the Lord." Then the word of God will navigate into the wilderness. Oh, there is a new breed without greed that is rising, a radical opposition against unrighteousness. Men that fear God, men that hate sin, and the hand of God will descend upon such men. Great days are upon us. If you're already on your feet, it's time to speak in tongues. Milamoye Isko Vilamomo. The Lord said, I should say to Ghana that you are in the season of the second wave of the prophetic. The first wave of the prophetic did not arrive its terminus. It was trapped by men. It was trapped by systems. But in this day, I will occasion a second wave of the prophetic move, and nameless people and faceless people, they will prophesy, saying, "Thus saith the Lord God of heaven." You will find favor in his sight. You will be great in the sight of the Lord. People may not know your name, but the word of God will come to you in the wilderness. A voice of one crying in the wilderness, "Prepare ye the way of the Lord, for the crooked places shall be made straight. The mountains shall be humble, the valleys shall be elevated, The stones shall be gathered out, so that all eyes will see the salvation of God. Imaneke itokobinal, Braskofilani.